And welcome back to the DIY van build, my peeps. You guys did it for us. Do you see the engagement on our last video? Insane, people. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for liking. We went from 369 to over 400. I think right now 404 is what we're at. Unfreaking believable. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But you're gonna notice that we have a hat, and that's because the mop on the top is a freaking flop. But in this video, where we put our screen door and our brand new vinyl floor, and we're gonna make it look like not that. So stick around, you're gonna want to check this out. But first, in case we're just meeting right now, quick introduction is needed. So my name is Jeff Dares, this channel is Dares Drives, and we're in the middle of creating a van build series in which we're making bite-sized, step-by-step videos so that we can take all these parts you see behind me and fit them into this 2019 Mercedes Sprinter van, which we're converting into a 4x4 overland roaming home so that we can travel the continent in it. So if you like that kind of thing, maybe hit that subscribe. So what I want to do is I want to share a couple little small projects we did as well that potentially won't make a video. So this is a great opportunity to share some of those smaller things. So let's go over to the driver's side of the van. But I can't get to the driver's side of the van because, well, this is just another one of those struggles I deal with in between our videos. Just waiting for the day that the ladder gives out while I'm doing that one. So come on, let's go to the driver's side of the van. So on this side, shoot, now we got ladder in the way. Hold on. See, which is this item right here. So this is a 15 amp 120 volt plug, in which now we can just run an extension cord from our van into the side of anybody's house that has an electrical outlet. So if you see me parked out in front of your house, I might be stealing your power. Haha. Just kidding, that's probably illegal and you probably shouldn't listen to me. But these are my videos and I can say whatever the heck I want on these videos, right? Right. Now this piece was pretty simple to install. It does come with 3 screw holes, as you see, that we did not use. I just put a little bit of silicone behind there and mounted it in. And I just taped off the spot I wanted, used a hole saw, punched it through, pushed that through. And on the back side there's a little nut that I couldn't show you, I didn't record any of this. And you just tighten that nut down until it sits nice and flush, just like that. And we know it's not gonna leak. Now on the inside of the van, it just comes right through the insulation on the back side. You got your wire coming out, and I labeled it Shore Power. So it's just your standard 3-wire 12 gauge, just like everything else we did for the 120 volt power. It looks like this. This is what the Amazon piece looks like. I would totally tag it below for you guys, but as we mentioned a couple videos before, we need 500 subscribers and we're almost at 500. We're getting there, and it's gonna create a couple hours of work for me to go back and tag everything, but I'm gonna do that just for you guys. Now, you'll also notice that our main point of entry while working on this van is out this back door. So where our floors come to an end, I had to cap this off so as we step in and out, we're not breaking it. So I just bought a low-cost piece of aluminum, angled 2-inch, and now it's all capped off. I still have to put a couple screws through here. Pretty simple task. And that, my friends, is 2 projects completed within the first couple of minutes of our video. How's that for delivering value, right? But as promised, let's get to the main step, which is doing the step. So let's go in the garage and grab the products. Oh crap. Oh crap. I forgot. This garage is an absolute disaster from doing our floors. Look at this place. Look at the amount of plastic or vinyl, whatever you want to call it, all over our floors and all over our tools. And our tools are all over the place. I also broke our saw. It won't move anymore. This handle busted. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. When we get to the framing, which is the aluminum stuff and behind all this other mess, I really need that saw. I hope that doesn't mean we have to buy a new one because this budget keeps growing, let me tell you. Out of silly little things like that, breaking. If only we get this YouTube to take off, maybe help me pay for this stuff, but I don't have huge expectations. All I can do is deliver value and hope that you guys comment, like, subscribe, and all those cool things like sharing the video even. So now before I get started, I gotta clean this garage out and I'm not gonna waste your time with that. So we just turn you around and boom, look, it's clean. Everything's put away and we're ready to start again. So the reason why we came in the garage originally was to show you this piece right here. Yes, you see that correctly. That's the factory piece that goes in the side of that door anyways. And we're gonna make that work custom. I hope you guys can still hear me. Holy crap, that rain's coming down hard now. So this is just gonna slide right down into place and sit flat right in there like that. What? Check it. Check that out. It fits. There's a tiny bit of a gap here, which is totally okay with us, because what that lets us do is if we take this step and flip it over, right in the bottom you'll see that there just happens to be a groove just made for what we're trying to do, which is add some LED lights to this. And they just happen to fit right inside of that groove. Absolutely perfect. So where that gap is, holy crap, this is absolutely insane. Poor Winnie's scared poopless, aren't you? Yeah, you're just sitting there shivering. You do not like the thunder and lightning at all, do you? No, it's scary. I know it's scary. Oh, I know it's scary. Oh, yes, I know. Yes, I love you too. Yes, I know. I'm sorry. This is absolutely playing into the struggles I'm talking about. I can't get underneath that tent with all this freaking noise, my peeps. If this isn't testing me skill-wise, it's definitely testing me mentally. But what am I gonna do? I can't record under that tent right now, and I wanna show you, I wanna get this done. This was supposed to be the easy task, my friends. And just as fast as it came, it's over. Let's get back to work. So as I was saying, when we were so rudely interrupted, is that this gap right here is gonna make it so that light, you won't actually be able to see the light, but you will be able to see the light, if that makes sense. Now, for this front edge though, right here, we gotta cover this off the exact same way we did that rear one that I was showing you. See? That's what that finished product ended up looking like. Pretty smooth, all countersunk screws. Not too shabby, eh, my friends? So, we now have another piece of aluminum, exactly the same as that last one, which I've already cut to size. So if I put it into the van, it fits right up underneath there, which protects this front edge now and gives our little door support a little more support. And my friends, it's gonna end up looking completely factory. Super clean. Pull this back off and you'll see it has these clips that used to clip onto back when it used to come down to the ground. But obviously all they do is get in the way now. And they're riveted in. So I'm going to use our drill, and we'll just drill out each one of those rivets. Then I got one more that's hiding behind the screen door. And my drill doesn't fit in. But this is probably a good time to be completely honest with you guys. So when planning this van, it all sounded great and dandy, but there's certain steps that sometimes you just can't decide which one goes first. Which one's going to affect the other one more when you go to assemble it. So the screen door we put in because before we put our walls in, I wanted to know where we had to frame it up so that everything's covered on that door. The downside is, I realized once I got it all together and I closed this door, you'll see that this is in the way, I don't know, 1/8 of the door, which means for us to finish this door by covering it, the screen's in the way. So I actually have it disassembled already because it needs to come back out. It's just part of the process. Thinking on the fly, my friends. So I'm gonna pull it out anyways, seeing we have to get that last piece off, and then I'll cut back in. The work doesn't stop. See, with the door out of the way, we're able to get the last one done, and now this really just slides right in there. And once it's in place, it's solid. This is gonna be freaking perfect. So as you can notice, you can see a little bit of white. I don't know, from your angle, yeah. See a little bit of white? Just as simple as that. Does not need to be pretty. You can't see it. It's just so you don't see that little bit of white behind it. It's just black. So now we're gonna take our step and put these on. And we're just gonna mount those LEDs right down inside that groove I showed you earlier. So it's just double-sided tape on the back side. A wire will be able to run straight out the side because that'll be behind the screen door. You honestly could not ask that to fit any better than it has. Then you'll see it just has a spot where it has scissors, which are the cuttable points. And now when we plug power into it, it lights up. Okay? Yeah, buddy. But you don't want to see it here. You want to see it on the van, as do I. So now we got to fix this down. So this is going to be our brace. It's going to hold this corner piece in nice and solid. This will bolt into the wall here. And this will bolt into the floor right here. So I'm going to start with this piece here, which is going to go along the whole front side. So we trim it all in. So we're going to bring it into the garage real quick. So the first thing we'll do is put a center line down the center of where our bolt holes are going to run so that they all go straight. Then I'm going to measure on the floor at center to each slat, taking that measurement and copying that measurement onto our aluminum piece itself. Then we'll put the aluminum onto the drill press and drill out all of our holes, followed up by a countersink bit and countersink those so that our screws fit flush with the top of the aluminum. And when we bring it back over the van, we pre-drill the holes, put our screws down in, and this is what it looks like now. I did as well, take a little bit of emery cloth so it's nice and shiny and it looks brand new. Not too shabby, eh? It looks completely factory if you ask me. Using the factory panel, you can never see that gap. It's just gonna be a nice little glow of light. Man, it looks freaking perfect. Right now I just have it hooked up. It is a 12 volt thing. I just have it hooked up to a power converter so I can plug it into 110 just to show you. But the wires will come up and feed through into the other LED lights that you'll see coming up in our videos. But I think this project right here is one that needs to be appreciated in the dark. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to snap our fingers. See? Now that it's darker out, what do you think? We still got the lights on, of course.
Wondering what you got for me. Egyptian pattern is out to be my lady on me.
What do you think about that, eh? Frick, am I ever happy. I can't go back to, it just looks so factory, yet custom. It's cool. And with the ends all sealed up, the floor is completely encased, and we're good to go, my friends. This is another project in the books, another video in the banks. Enough of this dark. And now to finish it off, that's it, my friends. We're done. We got that done. We got the back door done. Shore power done. That's three in one video. What? So if you made it this far, maybe think about hitting that subscribe button. No pressure, of course, you do you, but it is completely free. It does mean the world to me. If you have subscribed, thank you, thank you, thank you. And of course, as always, we will see you next Sunday. Perfect.